The following program contains naughty bits. Hotter than this. And more exciting than this. Yes, friends, Thames Television brings you the test card.
All right. Oh, no. No.
Taxi!
It's no, man.
I hate you, Kung Fu Hot Dog. You're a toxic man, baby. You hate everything we like. You make me want to cry.
Oh my god.
It's a microphone. Just keeping it dry.
Tired of feeling like a fat heifer? The weight be hurting on your feet? And no matter what diet you try, your body still be Ubuntu.
My kid, I get to take my kid to go see a black superhero movie, and he gets to see an image of himself as the man. And when I was a kid, I got a chance to see Christopher Reeves, I got a chance to see Michael Keaton, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't get a chance to see Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman looks like me. Like, he looks like my son. So I'm not only excited for that, but then Halloween, I can't wait to see little white kids dressing up as Black Panther, man. It's freaking dope.
Now, there might come a time when your favorite platform of choice, maybe Netflix or Amazon Prime, will start to censor your favorite films or TV shows being streamed, which you've paid for, just to fit in with the woke narrative. Because by today's standards, it's going to offend a multitude and plethora of people. So you might want to consider physical media once again. I know I've been thinking about it.
I kind of like the orange and the composition of it. You'll notice that the cover a little bit more revealing as well, starting to get a little bit of a glimpse of where things are going to go.
And I like it a lot. And I tell you what, if I want to start wearing ties again, this is the best way to do it.
Yeah. Remember the days when you used to go out to the barn, lift up your shirt and bend over?
Yeah.
I've got to quote Bucks Fizz here, and this is probably a very lame excuse to shove in a picture of Jay Aston from that pop group because, oh boy, man, that's one for the wank bank.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
But back to my video, and Hollywood is having second thoughts about going woke. Really, Hollywood? I gotta say, if it didn't go woke, I wouldn't be able to sit down and make videos about your bad takes about going woke. But here we are, and it's going to be a glorious breakdown of what happened in 2022. Hello! And this show is being broadcast from Gina Carano's cleavage. And as you can see, I'm rather happy to stay here.
Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog.
All spelt in capitals. Lowercase is for pussies.
Your face, your ass, what's the difference?
And of course, we've got to talk about how this year began. Here we go.
And it's weird. Women do not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
Hey, she cooking, y'all.
Many months later.
I think you're not from my organisation, so you're fired.
The record shows Sal took all the blows. I did it my way.
Will Smith walking up on stage because he was offended by a G.I. Jane joke of all things. I'm surprised Demi Moore wasn't in the audience at the time, and gave the most beta bitch slap to Chris Rock. It was pathetic. It was very amusing.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
He had that coming for a long time. He's the scoundrel. I should have thrashed him.
And some people have said that it was almost premeditated, like they were going to do it, but I don't think so, because the look on Chris Rock's face is not a guy who has to premeditate a reaction for getting slapped in the face. He had no idea that was coming. Yeah, Hollywood is shifting away from woke before it kills them. I don't know if that's true, because you got to look at it this way, right? The more woke shit that comes out of Hollywood, the less business cinemas or movie theaters are going to be doing. They're going to be losing out. They're going to have to make cuts, get rid of staff, because you cannot manage a cinema complex if you don't have many films for everybody to watch. You know, if you think about it, the average Joe will probably spend about £50 or maybe up to $70 for tickets at a cinema. And if you're going to go and watch something like Strange World and you're going to get agenda, ideology of the worst kind being preached to you, then why the fuck have you gone out and spent your money on that? At the end of the day, folks, remember, the big corporations, the big studios, they don't love you. They pretend to appreciate the adulation, okay? But at the end of the day, if you're a fanboy of a fangirl of a particular product and you don't get the love back, you don't get any recognition from the film companies, you're just wasting your time. It's a futile gesture. Yeah, now people are blaming the events of 2020 around George Floyd as the reason why we had hyper-diverse casting, which I think is actually a very good phrase. I do like that. Everything has been hyper. You can't walk past a billboard in England without seeing multitudes of diversity, putting on the television, tons of TV adverts with diversity shoved in your face. I don't need to see that. I know we're a diverse world. It doesn't bother me at all in that respect. But I thought this was interesting. So the list of woke flops to consider: Charlie's Angels.
The one who handles the hardware. Yes, but it works. I trained for about maybe a month or 2 months beforehand. Getting into shape was really tough. I mean, Marios kind of had me sweating from day one.
Let's just take a quick look at that really sweaty, profuse face of Ella Balinska's. Yeah, you really trained hard, didn't you, for Charlie's Angels? Holy shit.
It is but a veil, Bertie. The veil can be pierced.
Booksmart, which actually I thought was a good film, but maybe I need to rewatch it and just to see if there's something I missed. And of course, that was directed by Olivia Wilde, so the less said about that, the better. Terminator Dark Fate. You know, James Cameron wants to reboot Terminator. James, f*** off, don't do that. No one's interested. And it's going to be a PG-13 happy Terminator where Termy saves the day and he goes around with a young resurrected John Connor skipping through the poppy fields and getting high. Well, mind you, if they did do that, I might actually watch it. Eternals, never watched it, can't bother. Birds of Prey, waste of time. Party of Five, have a look at that. A reboot? I didn't know there was a reboot. Let's check this out. So that's the original series from 1994, 6 seasons. Scott Wolf, who later appeared in Entourage. Charlie Salinger, played by Matthew Fox. Neve Campbell, when she was hot. Lacey Chabert, Jennifer Love, huge tits. 5 seasons. And the reboot. Oh my God. Hollywood just keeps chugging out this narcissistic narrative that whatever they say on their platform is always correct. We had Viola Davis this year on the red carpet, almost teary-eyed, wasn't she? When she was saying, if you don't come and see me in The Woman King, it means you don't like black women in the lead role. Uh-oh, Insufferable Woman's about to add to something. I can't wait to hear this.
And if you want to normalize it, come see it the same way you would, you know, the same way you would Black Panther, Spider-Man. Iron Man, Spider-Man, or any other movie that doesn't have any of us in it.
Here! Waste of time. Nothing will save this show.
A very disrespectful comment, because if people were interested, now they're no longer, they don't want to go. You're disrespecting black female action icons from the past, like Pam Grier. I mean, how dare you, Viola Davis, stand on the red carpet with all your privilege and telling us that we need to go and see Woman King because, by the way, that's actually an alternate universe where the people that she represents didn't actually enslave slaves of their own color. Yeah, no. We just, you're watching a different version of a superhero franchise, but you're being saved by the woman of color. It's gonna be awesome. So yeah, we had that. Oh god, and can we bring in Jennifer Lawrence and her pack of laughing hyenas at that round table where she sat there with a brazen expression on her face and declared to everybody in the room she was the first female action star.
I mean, the biggest hissy fits I've ever seen thrown on set. I've watched a man. I've watched.
Jennifer Lawrence, keep smelling your own farts, love. I'm pretty sure they stink even more than they did about 10 years ago. And now, in the tradition of Blue Peter, here's a few clips I prepared earlier. And speaking of Blue Peter, Sarah Green, back in the day, 1982. Sarah Green, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for awakening my sexuality, because those long legs and everything else that you brought with those long legs is something that I'll treasure forever and ever. Not.
So we've got our very own fan on the floor. You know him, you love him. It's Justin Warner. Justin, what are you going to be bringing the Marvel fans tonight?
Wow, the Marvel fans! Wow, let's check this out. 1, 2, is that Doomcock? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 fans have turned up to Wakanda forever. Woo! Wow. Now I can go and take a shit. Are you ready for cringe? Here he comes.
So let me ask you this, because even though it's your first carpet, you did not come to play. Tell us about this outfit, because you look amazing. Head to toe, I love everything.
Yeah, because quite clearly you don't look amazing.
Everything from StockX. So I have my Chanel earrings, my off-white dress, I have my Amina Muaddi shoes, and then I have my Brandon Blackwood and systemic racism bag here.
Yeah.
So
What? Hang on, what?
Can we get like
Wait, what?
Blackwood and systemic racism bag here.
Yeah.
So personal number, I love it.
Can we get like a little highlight on that bag really quickly? Okay, the color.
A systemic racist bag. Oh, a systemic racist bag. Are you talking about my next door neighbor, love?
Hear me now. New Bogle shake got a special ingredient in it. Don't ask me how it works, but it do.
Isn't that funny? Black Panther, Wakanda forever, but you have a white man, Kevin Feige, or Feige, as I like to say at the Daily Wire, headlining that whole universe. Oh, it's all down to Ryan Coogler. But at the end of the day, Kevin Feige, you Caucasian dude, you're the guy that ran the whole show from the beginning, along with Stan Lee and Jon Favreau. And funny how you never hear about Jon Favreau anymore being involved with the MCU. The MCU!
To me, that sounds like you don't get it. You're like, but I don't get it.
No.
I'm Kevin Feige and I don't get it.
No, I don't get it. No, I do get it. No,
very sweet. That's very nice.
And Jada Pinkett Smith, we got to talk about this lowlife bitch, because when I heard this, I thought this can't be right, but it's a round talk. It gets a bit fruity. I'm just going to play you a quick clip of this, but oh my god, E.T.'s coverage of this was absolutely hilarious.
You know, and a place where we get to share our stories, share our experiences, and get to really talk and spill our truth in a very raw way.
Spilling our truth. That's probably the most unwise words I would have strung together in that sentence for this video.
Ladies, we're joined by Jada's mom and Willow's best friend for the candid conversation.
My grandmother taught me about self-pleasuring because she wanted me to know that that pleasure was from me. And she taught me at 9.
Oh my god, look at her daughter. Wow, did my grandma teach you how to masturbate at 9? Really? That sounds like fucking child abuse. In fact, I probably would say that it is. And you got Jada's idiotic mother like, oh, yeah, I mean, it's weird. I mean, the apple hasn't fallen far from that tree, has it? I mean, it's weird. Hang on a second. Are these actually just two Jada Pinkett's talking to each other? That's really great Hollywood makeup here on the left, isn't it, folks?
Are you making fun of me?
I've got to say, this is a really disgusting video. And Jada Pinkett should be ousted from Hollywood as well. You can't sit down at a round table and discuss these very frank, personal subject matters. You know, the thing about self-pleasure, it is called self-pleasure for a reason, because you find that for yourself. You don't get someone else to tell you. So obviously her grandma was fucked in the head, but you know, why am I surprised to even hear that now? But you know what? You're talking about representation, you're talking about diversity in Hollywood. LGBTQ representation in film rises while racial diversity and screen time declines, as reported by GLAAD. GLAAD, it's all over. Yeah, they're a strange organization, and what I find really interesting, Lionsgate and Paramount were the only companies who didn't have LGBT representation in their output. It makes me wonder why they chose to avoid that. If when you look at Paramount, you know, Yellowstone is their flagship program right now. It's very based, it's not woke. It attracts millions of viewers in the States on a weekly basis when it airs, probably even in repeats on streaming on the Paramount Plus streaming service. And, you know, when I see GLAAD, I've got to think about Victoria Alonso. I don't know if you saw that video this year. It's where there's a GLAAD ceremony going on. Ceremony is probably the right word to use. They spotlight this impressionable teenager, a boy, and it's almost like Victoria Alonso is instructing her LGBTQ crazed zombies to reach out, George A. Romero style, and feel this young boy up. It's disgusting. Victoria Alonso.
I don't know where the future is going. It's funny that people call it the X-Men. There's a lot of female superheroes in that X-Men group, so I think it's outdated.
And a 2-year-old, but you don't tolerate us. We deserve the rights to live, to love, and to have. More importantly, we deserve an origin story.
Oh my God. Oh God, I want to puke. Yes, parade the innocent child around. Look at that. Oh, gross, fucking gross. Have you sanitized yourself, ladies?
I don't know the purpose or the point, but I know evil when I taste it.
I don't know why someone like Victoria Alonso, Argentinian by the way, and hates other people of a Latin persuasion, so go figure that one out. And she just stands there on a platform. Oh, this is the talent of the future, folks. It's sickening, it's disgraceful, it's depraved. Fuck you, Victoria Alonso, and F you, MCU and Disney. Absolutely disgusting. Of course, the other thing that really got my bubble guts exploding at the seams, Ncuti Gatwa, Russell T Davies. Ncuti is the new Doctor Who. He could just be the new Doctor Who. You don't have to highlight his colour, but guess what? They do. Mainstream media can't help itself. It's absolutely terrible.
I feel like sometimes you hear the news, you see the news, and it's like, yeah, that's a thing that's happening to someone. But this really, I felt...
It's been emotional. I was just saying, I woke up crying, and then I started dancing, and then I was just like, it's just...
And why the fuck are you wearing a suit like that, Ncuti? Yeah, we know you got a great physique, we can see that, but if you're going to a fucking premiere like BAFTA, be respectful about it and dress appropriately. I've been to premieres myself, I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I have just loved seeing the strides taken in terms of representation, and I think that there's a lot more that we can do, and there's a lot being done.
Oh, says the black man leaning on the based white man. Ah, right, okay, there's a lot more we can do, but we can't do it by ourselves. We need a helping hand from our fair-skinned brothers just to, get that little stepping stone across the finishing line. Terrible, terrible. And of course, did you see the trailer for Doctor Who? Where his new assistant is Ruby Sunday?
Hello! Shooty Gatwa here, the Doctor. And I am very excited because every Doctor needs their wonderful companion, and I would like to welcome mine to the TARDIS.
Hello, my name is Millie Gibson, and I'm going to play Ruby Sunday, the Doctor's companion in the new series of Doctor Who.
Do you get it? Because the Rolling Stones made a song called Ruby Tuesday? I have no high hopes for this Doctor Who. I might watch the first episode and then I'll just probably tap out after that. I don't really care anymore. But last but not least, I have to end this video, the last video I make in 2022, on a really high note. It's become a trademark of mine now, and why not? But you know this whole thing about Henry Cavill, he's off to form his own Warhammer 40k universe. I sincerely hope it goes well. The backlash from The Witcher Blood Origin, which when I checked the Rotten Tomatoes rating like a few moments ago, it was at 9% from the audience. Now it's gone back down to 8% again. It's really strange. And I obliterated that show. I watched the first 4 episodes. It recycles garbage from the Ella Balinska Resident Evil show that was out this year with Lance Reddick. It actually does that. I was so... Should I be shocked? No, of course not. You know, Netflix tried to do damage control, saying, you know what? You're gonna love The Witcher Blood Origin. We've taken a few liberties, but we think you'll like it. No, the fans just responded. Not racist fans, people who loved the books, who loved the video games, who liked the Henry Cavill first season, but couldn't get through the second season because, oh, it isn't a Witcher show anymore, it's about Yennefer and Ciri, even though I like the actresses who played those characters. Oh, and just one more thing, Sophia Brown, the lead actress in The Witcher Blood Origin, the ancestor of Ciri. Yeah, I know, they had to go there with that one, right? Her delivery of dialogue is so atrocious, so appalling, I would prefer to watch Jim Carrey on loop talking through his ass on Ace Ventura and spewing more intelligible dialogue in that moment than what we get from a single episode for Witcher Blood Origin.
It's more than just a prophecy. I have to atone for y'all.
Thank you for all your cooperation. By the way, do you have a mint? Perhaps some Banaka?
How's playing a demigod informing what your preparation for Superman?
Well, I'm going to say Theseus isn't a demigod.
That's what it says on Wikipedia.
Yeah. Wikipedia? You're using Wikipedia as your source of information.
The way Henry just puts that Harry Potter, Wikipedia? That is why Henry is welcomed into the Fellowship, because he comes out with comments like this. It's great. You gotta love the guy. And wow, further proof, this is going over 10 years ago, or just at 10 years ago. I watched Immortals. I thought it's a terrific movie. I'm still trying to get my Steelbook edition again for that film, but Henry's got some based one-liners in that movie. But woke Hollywood, I'm gonna toast to you. I'm gonna have a beer on you. Continue with the garbage in 2023. Please give us reasons to be excited about making videos about yourself. And just to tie that two in together, maybe bring in Grace Randolph as well, the insufferable movie critic on YouTube who loves to hate on Henry Cavill. So when people say to me, oh, you hate watch things for the sake of it, no, I don't. I hate watch, and inverted commas, to see how bad something truly is going to become. So 2022, yeah, I'm glad you're finished now. In the next few hours, you will be done. I don't care anymore. Roll on 2023, because holy shit, man, that is going to be... I cannot wait to see what unfolds. Will Hollywood learn its lesson? No. And will it take people like Henry Cavill and Tom Cruise to knock that into their thick skulls? Who knows? Only time will tell. But remember, we're in the land of make-believe, folks. Hollywood is there on that mountain of Olympus, slowly crumbling into the oceans. And we're still here on the ground, mostly grounded, folks. But we'll see how long our insanity survives. The craziness, the wokeness, the agenda, identity-filled politics that is Hollywood, that is infinitely more entertaining than what you get on your daily news, either on BBC or on ITV. So folks, if you enjoyed my video today, and by the way, it hasn't gone unnoticed, I want to welcome the many new subscribers who joined me just after Christmas Day on this channel. It's been fulfilling. It's been weird waking up in the morning and just looking at your cell phone, and suddenly you've gone over the 2,000 mark, and I'm like, what? What's going on here? So honestly, I hope I don't let you down. I'll continue to bring this type of entertainment and content for your very eyes. And if I were you, and if you were me, I want to say, welcome to 2023.
Trisha's Bogle Shakes. It makes you feel a little bit better.
Kiss my teeth.